So a couple months ago, I had an experience with some peanuts. And during that time, I shifted eating the type of peanuts because they were salted shelled nuts at the time. Then I switched to raw because I was in love with having peanut butter. And it was honestly another snack because I only eat two things right now: quinoa seeds and quinoa flakes. And that is because they do not give my body such an adverse reaction to where I've had to stop consuming them. I don't eat processed foods. I don't eat any white sugar. I don't eat all the stuff that everyone else chooses to eat, and I got free will. This ain't got nothing to do with you. This is for me. I no longer numb my being with perpetual things. I choose nurturing consumption. And as soon as I can grow my own quinoa, oh, the store is out. In 8 months, 8 to 9 to 10 months, I will have dropped my first seeds and be growing all my own food. And it's the start of something new for me and my lineage. Anyhow, I refused to stop eating them because I wanted snacks. I shouldn't have to be hungry or go make a whole bowl of quinoa when I want to eat. And yet, want has the definition of lack in there. And I caused my incisive papilla to swell. It swelled so bad that I got a lisp. I got to experience it leaking fluid. When I got information from the tool, it was like it's the raw salt and the hardness of the nuts. So I started hitting it in peanuts because there wasn't a hives or anything like that. Recently, I gave myself hives from still choosing to consume the nuts. And so I've just had to stop eating them. So even if I have to be hungry for a while, then I'll just be hungry for a while. I mean, I'm nurturing me, and if I don't feel like getting up in the middle of the night to go make some more food, then I just don't get up. And I just don't have anything to eat until I can grow my own food. Because once I got the hive right here on my left arm, on my right arm, I chose to stop. My incisive papilla behind my two front teeth is still a bit swollen. There's still a bump. And that is from me choosing for another month and a half to 2 to still eat nuts when all I want to do is eat. I do not have a nut allergy. I don't have an allergy to anything. What I do have is an allergy to perpetuation and pesticides and chemicals. And I know greater. Eternally, I have a self-healing one in infinity, infinite being. And the fact that I stopped consuming cannabis, weed, alcohol, or cannabis, nicotine, the fact that I stopped consuming cannabis, cigarettes, alcohol, in a whole span of 8 seasons, way too long, that's okay. Nurturing. We're taught in perpetuation to consume things, and every one of those risks outweigh whatever benefit I thought it was giving. And now that I don't consume these things, I stopped consuming the tap water, which has infinite forever chemicals in it. I stopped consuming as much microplastic as possible. The quinoa, on a nurturing level and an uncognitive dissonance level, still comes in plastic. If I'm eating from the store, when their pineapple season comes along, it takes 18 to 24 months for a pineapple to come. Do you know how many plants they would have to have on a farm to grow the amount of pineapples that they have in every store around existence? We're not just talking about the United States of America. Everything's pumped full of chemicals and pesticides. They have this, it's supposed to grow at this time. And if it doesn't, my peach tree, they would have poisoned the heck out of this peach tree and forced it to fruit and bloom this season when innately it wasn't supposed to. While every peach tree in existence chose to bloom, not everyone, this one didn't, because I needed it not to, and I needed God. Because the word need has lack in the definition and speaks of poverty, I've shed it. It wasn't supposed to. It wasn't innate for it. I got to prune some of the branches because some of the peaches were just so heavy, even though they were little, that they were hanging down. The tree behind it was taking up all the sunshine. I'm going to put a barrier with 4 posts and my burlap to collect, because that's part of the space where I'll be growing my food forest. So I didn't get to enjoy the peaches the first season they fruited, and yet now the tree is doing amazing. And next season, she may or may not fruit. Either way, it'll be prepared if it's supposed to innately, instead of poisoning, saying, you do this with the chemicals and pesticides. It's so wild. Yet, that's why I had to stop consuming the peanuts. I guarantee you I can grow some peanuts and never have this reaction in my being. For me, it's a lot of our body telling us, stop consuming that, grow your own food as you were innately supposed to do, instead of looking to these external energies that are not looking to nurture you. They are looking for your money, for you to consume continuously. What they tell you, and I had an allergic reaction from tomatillos and jalapenos, made me some salsa, messed me up. While hot stuff has the innate frequency to cause you to run, to drain out. When I say I was so stuffed up and stopped up and it was hot, and I was just inflamed, my sinuses. And that's when I was able to start listening. I had not stopped consuming the cannabis just yet, as far as I remember. But I had stopped consuming so much other nonsense and non-nurturingness that I was able to listen to my being. That's not natural. It hadn't necessarily happened before, but I also was living in a different frequency before. Now that I choose infinite nurturing, and so I ended up waiting too long, and not necessarily, but now my bath water is pretty much hot, and it's 9:21 and dark in there. It's all right. It's just I keep getting ate up by mosquitoes. My body responds to mosquitoes differently. I don't bruise as I used to. I used to get hit with something and I could tell you that I bruised, and I would use some dogmatic cliche over it. But it was because I was consuming things that were not nurturing to my being. I don't bruise now. At all. There's certain things that don't happen for my being now, and I have gratitude for it. Because I've chosen something new in transmutation out of perpetuation. I will not harm my self-healing infinite being to fit in with you and yours. In 8 to 9 months, I will drop my first seeds in this space. And I will keep making trips to Marier. I'm taking 2 trips to Walmart to get boxes. I will make 1 trip early at like 7 a.m., come back, do food, do my innate accountability, make sure my cart is as empty as possible, go back and get some more, go to the library, create, and then we'll come back and lay out my boxes. I'll come back and mulch some of these people's lawn trees, free mulch. I have bought a wood chipper. Resources, because the infinite nurture is, I live in plentitude. I have. That's why I do not use the word NEE, that we all do in perpetuation, because it speaks of poverty and lack. Choosing words and consumption that is nurturing is expansive, and it will shift your life eternally. Keep creating the realities you choose to.